So in this lecture, we'll study about functions of commercial banks. In the last lecture, we have seen about the structure of RBI. So here we'll study what are the different functions which commercial banks are playing nowadays. So we have seen about meaning of commercial bank definition also. I think we have seen commercial banks are the institution that makes short-term loan to the business, and in the process they create money. They will create a money. In that process also, they will generate cash credit is done by the commercial banking activities. So when you see about functions of commercial bank, the commercial bank is performing two important functions. These functions are applicable to all commercial banks, whether they are private commercial banks or public sector commercial banks. Those commercial functions are of two types. First is primary functions, and second is secondary functions. Primary functions include acceptance of deposits, advancing of loans, creation of credit, clearance of checks, financing foreign trade, and remittance of funds. So these are the primary functions which a commercial bank will be providing to the customers. So we will see all the functions one by one. First is acceptance of deposits. The main source of funds for a commercial bank is deposits. There will be different types of customers in the bank who will be providing different types of deposits, right? Depending on their needs, it may be savings deposits, it may be current deposits, it may be fixed deposits. The deposit what banks are collecting, it is a kind of funds for a bank, right? And that is the first functions, because deposit will also create a saving habit among the customers. When you go on depositing money in the bank, it creates saving habits among the customers. So deposit is the first important function of each and every commercial bank. And if you see, there are various deposits. There are deposits like current deposits, demand deposits, and even there are deposits like the fixed deposits, right? Current deposits and demand deposits are both same. Whenever a customer demands money, immediately money will be given back to the customer, right? So generally the businessmen who are in need of money or who require money at any time, any point of time, so they can have their current account and they can withdraw money. So this is the first type of services or function provided by the commercial banks. Similarly, there are other deposits like fixed deposits, or the other name is also called as the time deposits. In fixed deposits or a time deposit, what happens is, here you can't withdraw during a certain period of time. You can withdraw the money only after the time period is complete, only after the maturity time. Right? Suppose if you have kept the deposit for 4 years or 5 years, after 4 and 5 years only you can withdraw your money. The rate of interest will be high on fixed deposits, right? So it carries high rate of interest. Now the third type, if you see, the difference in this is the check facility will be provided for demand deposits, right? The check facility will not be provided generally for fixed deposits. Interest will be high in fixed deposits, interest will be low in demand deposits. While number of transaction, what you can do, number of transaction, the depositor can do more in demand deposits, while the number of transaction will be very less in fixed deposits. The third important types is savings deposits. See, the savings deposits are meant for to encourage the saving habit among the people. There are some people who are earning salaries, who are getting some amount of profit in the business, so they have to encourage the saving habits. The banks try to encourage the saving habits among the salaried person, among the housewife, among the businessman. To encourage these saving habits, the savings deposit account has came into existence. So there are n number of saving accounts we can find, right? Instead of going for fixed deposits or going for current account deposits, the customer will apply for the savings deposits. Here rate of interest will be also less than that of fixed deposit, but it will be more than the current deposits account. And here number of transactions will also be more than fixed deposits, right? The facility can be provided, like you will be getting ATM facilities, online transactions you can do, internet banking you can do, online mobile banking you can do. So various facilities can be taken by a person who has a savings deposit account, right? This is the third type of deposit which you will be getting. So here, then the second function, as I have told you, which all commercial banks are providing nowadays, is advancing of loans. Bank will provide you loans by seeing your needs. They will study what kind of needs are there, right? The borrower, when will approach to a bank, depending upon the needs. Suppose one customer will go that he wants to apply for an education loan. One person has a need that he want to buy a car. Some other customer is there who want to construct a house. So similarly, different needs are there. When different needs are there, for every need, bank has a different varieties of types of loans or advances we can call, right? This is the second important function of a bank. So there are different types of loans and advances made by commercial banks, right? There are different n number of types of loans, right? And in the other words, we call it as advances also. So what are those? First is cash credit. See, loan is not is like a concept which is included in advances. Advances is a broader concept. In advances, we take it as a loan, right? The first type of advances we call it as cash credit. So it refers to a loan given to a borrower against the current assets like shares, stocks, etc. So when you have shares and stock, on the shares and stock, the credit facility will be sanctioned by the creditor, right? The borrower can avail the credit facility from the bank or from the creditor. So such facility, what he will be giving you, that is called as the cash credit loan. So this is a continuous continuous process, right? It is not that once they will be giving you, no. Entire year, whenever you are in need of money, you can go and approach to a creditor or a bank or a financial institution, and you can avail that facility. So this is a type of advance given by the financial institution. Second is demand loans. Whenever you are in need of loan or advances, just go to a bank, fill the form, and submit your related documents, and you will get the desired amount of loan. Right? So this demand loan will be given by a bank at any point of time. But only thing is that you should have securities with you, plus you should have the desired amount of surety. When these things are there, then bank will see your documents, they will verify it, and they will provide you loan. So that is the second type of loan or demand loan we can call for it. Third is short term loans, right? The short term loans are given for meeting the working capital requirement. Whenever you are having a shortage of money to buy the raw materials, to pay the wages, to pay the salaries, electricity bill, or the current assets, right? In that case, what you will do, you will go and approach to a financial institution or a bank. The financial and institution or a bank will provide you a kind of short term loan, right? Within 1 month or 2 months or 15 days, you have to repay back your loan. Such type of a loan which is given by the financial institutions are called as short term loans, right? Then comes creation of credit. Bank creates money, right? If you see, the creation of money generally is done by the RBI. RBI is the affects body or affects monetary authority of India, which will print the currencies. And when they print the currencies, there will be creation of money in the nation. But apart from RBI, if any other financial institution is creating money, is that is commercial banks. How they do? As I told you in the last lecture, commercial bank will collect the money or deposit from those people who are having excess amount, and they will lend to those who are in need of it. They will give the loan to those who are in need of that particular amount. By this, what happens? The creation of money will start. The people who are not having money, they will get money, and the people who are having surplus amount of money, they will start depositing money in the bank. So creation of money will happen with the help of commercial banks, right? In other words, sanctioning a loan, they automatically create deposits known as credit creation from the commercial bank, right? They will sanction the loan, they will accept the deposits. So this process goes on continuing, right? This is never ending process, never ending process. So when they provide you loan, they are accepting deposits from the other customers. So creation of money is being done by the commercial banks. Third is clearing of check, right? The bank does the transaction of clearance of your check. Suppose you have account in some other bank or some nationalized bank like SBI. Now you have got a check of some other nationalized bank or some private bank or some cooperative bank. In that case, you don't have to worry. You don't have to go and approach to that same cooperative bank which check you have got. You just go to the place where you have a bank account. You just submit them within 1 day, 2 day, or 3 days. Your check will get deposited in your account. Why? Because on behalf of you, the bank will do all the clearance of your check. They will send that same check to, first of all, head office of your bank. Suppose you have an account in the branch. From that branch, your check will go to the head office, and from head office it will go to that place where the check, the name of the check or the home check where you got, to that particular bank it will go, and then amount will be credited to your account. So the clearance of the check will be done by the bank itself. Then there are certain secondary functions. These are the primary functions. What are the primary functions? First of all, it will accept the deposits. It will provide you loan, lending of advances. Third is clearance of check. And one more was creation of credit, right? Accepting deposits, lending of advances, creation of credit, and then clearance of check. These are the primary functions of any commercial bank you take. Now there are certain secondary functions, right? Secondary functions are divided in two types. First is agency services, and then general utility services. Agency services, first we'll discuss. Bank generally will act as an agent, and the customer who has account in the bank, he will act as principal, right? Principal. Now whatever principal says, that has to be obeyed by the banker, right? If you see collection, the first type of agency services, collection and payment of various items. Suppose you are staying in some place, in you have got a house in Bijapur and you are staying in some other part of our country. Now you want to pay your different expenditures like electricity bill here, or you want to pay the rent, you want to pay various other expenses by staying at some other place. You can do that. How? You have to instruct to a banker, right? By instructing to a banker, you can pay all those expenditures. You can pay your electricity bill, you can pay the rent, you can pay taxes, you can pay insurance, right? On behalf of you, banker will start paying it. Banker will start paying this. There are some facilities available. Suppose you have made some insurance. Suppose if you give a letter to a bank, or if you tell to a bank that auto renewal has to be done every month on this date, amount should be given to this insurance company. So directly bank will start giving amount from your account. It will be debited to your account, and then it will be transferred to that particular LIC account. So by this, what happens? It will save your time. You don't have to go to the bank, withdraw the money, go to the LIC office, deposit there. No, just you are given instruction once to the bank, and it is performing its function. So here, bank is acting as an agent, and you are acting as a principal. So this relationship between you is called as agent and principal. So this is agency services, right? First, agency services. Second is bank will purchase and sale of securities. Bank will purchase the securities on behalf of the customers. They will purchase shares, they will purchase securities, stocks, right? And even they can sell it. If the customer wants that the share prices are going down, if they want to sell it on behalf of the customer, banks will do it. But all banks are not providing you the services. There are some banks who are acting as merchant bankers, even merchant bankers plus commercial bankers. So they are providing you these services, because to do this purchase and sale of securities, the common banker generally may not do this. He should have a knowledge of investment banking, he should have a knowledge of merchant banking. Then that particular banks, generally private banks, or generally some of the banks, they are providing you services of purchase and sale of securities also. Then trustee and executory. Bank is as acting as a trustee as well as executory. Suppose you want to open one more account. There you require certain person who should guarantee that you are a responsible customer. There bank will act as a trustee. You will be acting as executory, or in the other words, beneficiary. Executory or beneficiary. So you'll get benefit from the bank. Bank will become trustee. So this relationship between you and the banker is called as trustee and executor, or trustee and beneficiary. Similarly, you have kept certain amount with the bank for some specific purpose, right? You have specified to the banker that this amount what I am keeping, this amount will be there for a specific reason, like for daughter's marriage or some other reasons you have mentioned. In that case, bank will act as the trustee, right? Because you're trusting the bank. Nobody comes also, the bank won't give the funds until that particular reasons is there, right? So bank will become a trustee and you will become beneficiary or executory or executor. Next is remitting of money. You can remit the money, you can transfer the money easily nowadays, right? From one place to another place, and from one area to another area, one bank to another bank, easily it can be done without any difficulty, right? You have a facility of NEFT, RTGS, right? So by using those all facilities, you can transfer your funds. No need to carry the cash, right? Suppose in ATM also there are certain limits, right? If you want to transfer amount with the help of ATM, maximum some banks they may take up to 10,000 at one. Or if you have same account, like ATM is also the same branch, and you are withdrawing in the same branch, up to some 25 to 30,000 it may take. But beyond that, ATM will also not take. So you can use the facility of RTGS, NEFT, remittance of fund, what we call. So that is also a facility given by a bank. That is a service, in fact, given by a bank. Then purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Bank, what they do is sell you foreign exchange or foreign currencies. Suppose somebody is going outside India and he is earning money. When he comes back, he can exchange the currencies, right? Commercial bank will play a very important role. Those currencies cannot be used in India. Only what he can do with that currency, hardly he can keep in the locker or he can show it to someone, unless he can't use in the market. So he has to convert that currencies into home country currencies, means Indian rupees. Dollar is there, we can't use dollar here, right? Or some other currencies, we can't use it. So commercial bank will help us to convert convert the foreign currencies into home currencies. Or if somebody is going out, somebody is going to some abroad, there also commercial bank will convert, means they can give the foreign currencies to you, right? So that facility is provided, purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Then letter of reference, you can get a letter of reference from the bank only if you are a prominent customer, or if you are a customer where bank has full rights on you, or bank has got a full idea that you are a good customers. In that case, letter of reference can be given only to those who are a prominent customers or who have paid all the loans. For them, letter of reference can be given. With that letter of reference, some creditors may ask you if you are buying a goods on credit basis, or some suppliers may ask you, manufacturers may ask you, importers may ask you. That same letter of reference can be given to those different parties, and that will become an evidence or a proof, right, that you are a good businessman. So that is also a service provided by a bank. Then there are certain general utility services, right? In secondary functions, first function we have seen, that was agency services. Now there are certain general utility services, general services, among them the banks is providing. First is locker facility, right? Banks are providing locker facilities, right, where if somebody is having some ornaments, gold, silver, etc., instead of keeping documents also, share certificate, documents, so here those all things can be kept in a bank locker with some annual rent charges. They will charge you some annual rent charges. They will provide you key. You just go there and you can keep all your important documents, ornaments, etc., in a locker. So that is also a services which bank is providing apart from deposits and loans. Then similarly, they are providing traveler's check and letter of credit. Yes, so traveler's check and letter of credit was also very popular. Traveler's check is not that popular nowadays. The reason is due to ATM cards, debit card and credit card. The importance of traveler's check has gone, but letter of credit is still existing. Right? This is generally used for export and import of the goods. When you import the goods from the creditor who is staying outside India, so he won't believe you, so he will ask for letter of credit. So bank will provide you a letter of credit. So that is also a general utility services. Similarly, business information and statistics. Nowadays bankers are also very research oriented, right? Banking job is not just like depositing, accepting deposit and advancing the loans. No, even they are doing research. They are studying about economic situation of the country, or they are doing various economic activities, right? They are analyzing the economy, they are analyzing the business. So if any customer who wants to start some business in some other country, some bankers are there. Generally we call them as investment bankers. Investment banker, there are some commercial bankers, they are investment bankers, even they are the merchant bankers. They will provide you this all information, business information and statistics. If you go and ask for the common banker who is sitting in the branch providing you loans and accepting the deposits, he may not provide you business information and statistics. But some bankers who have registered as investment bankers plus commercial bankers, or merchant bankers plus commercial bankers, they will provide you all details of information and statistics by charging fees. They will not provide you free of cost. They will charge you fees and they will provide all business information and statistics of the business what you are going to do. Okay, any doubts in this?